Hello, how are you doing? I honestly hope the Lord has kept you well. I am so excited for today's video because I am going to share an essential, and this is basically guidelines. Take this to be the ultimate guideline on how you should dress and look at home. So let us get into this video. Now, I want to start with a bit of a background for this video. I had firstly intended that I make it a reel, just for my socials, for my Instagram and for my TikTok. And by the way, if you do not follow me there, please head right there. My TikTok is Mrs. Nkata, my Instagram is Mrs. Nkata. But then I got to realize that there is a lot that I wanted to share. That is why I came up with the idea of making a YouTube video. Now, take this to be the ultimate guide. I am not going to tell you put on certain kind of dresses. I'm not going to give you like fashion ideas, because I have found that there are very many videos already on the internet that are going to give you those fashion inspirations. What I am going to do is I'm going to give you a guideline on what it should look like for you as you are choosing the clothes that you want to put on at home. Well, you can notice today I am seated outside and I think I am enjoying this view. It is very sunny and very beautiful day today for such a topic. And also you can notice that this is me at home right now. Without any further ado, let us get into these spicy tips that I have for you. Now, I have divided these into two. I am giving you the essentials for the clothing. Then I'm also going to give you like other tips, things that you can really put into consideration to make sure that all of this makes sense. It is important for you to dress well even when you are at home, because it gives you confidence for the day. It makes you, look like you have things figured out. And also it is good for the people around you, your family, your husband, your children. When they look at you in a state where you are put together, it is very nice. We should deal away with those things of, you are wearing a lesu, here there is that habit of holding your hair, and then you get your child's panties, and then you put them on as a bonnet, or wearing a bonnet from morning till evening. All the days that you are at home, you're in a bonnet, or going into the habit of, the only time you would ever look nice is when you are stepping out, but at your home you are a mess. If we met you at home, we literally cannot recognize you. Oh, it's very hot, but let us carry on. Now, the very first tip that we are going to look at is the quality of clothing. And when I talk of quality, I'm not even talking about having specific materials, cotton or what. No. I'm saying what is the state of the clothing that you are choosing to wear at home. I remember when I was getting married, my matron said one thing to me. She told me, if you have clothes that you can clearly say these are for home and these are for church, drop the ones that you're saying are for home, because usually the mindset we had is, if it is too old, I'll wear it at home. The newer ones are the ones that I'm going to put on when I am outside. Deal away with that mindset. Whatsoever you are choosing to put on at home should be of good quality. That means it doesn't have tears, it doesn't have stains. It's something that is presentable. And the number one guideline for you to choose the quality of clothing that you choose to put on at home is, when you wear that clothing in the house, are you able to also wear it outside? If every time you have to step out, you have to change, not because it is too short or, it is for other reason, but because it doesn't look appealing for the people outside, it is high time that you got rid of that outfit, because it does not suit you as an individual in your home, and neither does it suit the people that are looking at you, especially now the ladies that are married. You understand what I'm saying? The sun is giving me a run for my money, but I have this under control. The other thing that we are going to look at is comfort and practicality. The clothing that you choose to wear, that, okay, now you have it right. The quality of the clothing is right. You have to look at comfort and practicality. In my own example, I have found that kaftans, I have a number of kaftans that I put on at home, are very elegant. They give you that rich auntie vibe. And, when they are sweeping the floor in your home, you don't have to worry, that I am walking on the streets and, my kaftan is getting dirty. But the practicality of kaftans when it comes to doing chores is not really there, because you have the sleeves in the baking flour, you have the sleeves in the water. So for me, kaftans are something that I would wear when I am done with everything. But if you have kaftans that can still work even in a busy chore in a busy chore setup, that is very fine. But for me, they do not work. So you have to look at practicality and comfort, because you are at home, you're in your home, you have to be comfortable. So the outfits that you choose to wear, they should be comfortable and they should also be practical for you to do chores and get around. You know, you have babies, you know, you have to maybe do a bit of cleaning. So choose outfits that are good quality and also comfortable. The other thing that you have to consider, never ever miss this, they have to be clean and ironed. My grandmother never ever puts a cloth on her body when it is not ironed, even at her old age right now. And that is the same habit that my mother picked up, and it's the same thing that my mother has also taught me, that you should always have on iron clothes. Just because you're at home, your clothes shouldn't be, wrinkled up, especially now, for married women. You have to take the notch a little bit higher. The quality is good. The outfit is comfortable, but it is wrinkled. It just does not add up. So always put in the extra effort to make sure that the clothing that you are putting on at home is actually ironed. And also look for materials that do not that are wrinkle proof, because when you're at home, you are non-static. It's not like you're seated in an office and all you're going to have is wrinkles at the bottom because you have been seated. You are going to have wrinkles all over because maybe you're carrying a baby, you're seated in a sofa. So also look out for those materials that are wrinkle proof, that even if you get busy, they will not look like they are not ironed. The other thing that you are going to seriously consider is the undergarments. Make sure that you have comfortable undergarments because you are at home. They either have to be comfortable or practical, because when you are at home, some people choose not to wear bras, they choose not to wear knickers because they just want to be free. I'm talking slowly because I am outside. So that means that they have to be comfortable for you. Now, when it comes to the situation right here, if you feel confident that for you, you do not need one, please be my guest. But if you need a bra even when you're at home, make sure that you get something that is comfortable and practical. Don't, get into the habit of putting on something that is going to discourage you to ever wear a bra at home, because, it is too tight. You feel like you are suffocating the same way you would when you're in the office, because you just have to bear with the situation, right? So we have to also consider that, get the right undergarments. And also you can also consider clothing that do well even without you having to wear an undergarment. I have some dresses that I would wear, and even if I do not put on a bra, you would not notice that something is going on, because it has like flares here. There is a dress that I love. Every time I wear that dress, I do not need to put on a bra. So look for undergarments that are very comfortable. Then the golden nugget that you have to take out from these guidelines that I've given you is, make sure that when you are choosing outfits to wear at home, put this at the back of your mind, that if I had an emergency right now, I can just run out the way I am. Okay? You have to really put that in consideration, that if I had an emergency right now, can I go out dressed the way I look right now? Or you'd have to, let me first take a shower. This dress, someone iron this, iron that, iron that. But I've called you for an emergency. Or it might not even be something bad. It might be something good. Maybe your husband has said, I'm just passing by the road. Could you please come and pick up these things that I have brought for the house? Only for you to, step out, you're in a lasso, your hair is looking like this. No, that should not be us at any given point in time. So that calls for, be very precautious. Personally, the thing that I do the most is the outfits that all I have to do, if I had an emergency and I am called out right now and I'm at home, the only thing I would have to do is I add a kimono. I have many kimonos. My business also sells the kimonos. So I could just add a kimono and I am already ready to go. So those are the tips that I have when it comes to the clothing. Now, the other tips that I'm going to give you are the extras, and these ones are very important because they make everything make sense after you have chosen the right clothing to put on at home. Let us get into those other tips. Number one, and most importantly, be clean. Be clean, because if you wake up in the morning, you have not showered, your nice clothing are not going to make sense, all right? There is that tendency of, no, I'm home. You do not brush, you do not comb your hair, you do not do anything for your body just because you're at home. You have to deal away with that. Now, my ladies, the other recommendation that I have is for you to take care of your skin. And why is this very important? It is because when you have it in the most natural state, which is most likely what you are going to do at home, it should be something that you wear proudly so that you do not look extremely different from the person you are outside to the person that you are inside. And also because it is not practical for you to wear makeup at home, because at times, you have all these errands to run, and it's just good to let your skin breathe. So please and please and please make sure that you take care of your skin in whatsoever ways you think are possible, so that is the most beautiful and most radiant skin in its natural state. All right. And then still in regards to this, the other thing that I really do, because I cannot do makeup, to make it a little bit extra, is I always wear lip gloss when I'm at home, so that I do not have dry and chapped lips at home. Also, drinking water helps to ensure that your lips do not look dry. Even just eating food, because at times your lips are dry because you're hungry. Okay. Then for those that really want to be a bit extra, maybe a bit of mascara and eyeliner, but not necessary unless maybe you have visitors. That is in my own opinion, but maybe there are people who prefer to do it like that. And still on this very note, I have a video as far as hygiene is concerned, and I am going to link it in the description, or you're going to see a pop-up right here. You can go right there and watch that video on how you can ensure excellent personal hygiene. The other thing that you are going to consider is, even if you are at home, please smell good. Have those body splashes, maybe the cheaper perfumes. If you are okay with having even the expensive perfumes at home, it is very fine, but always smell like something. My mother told me that it is not enough for me to be clean. I need to smell like something. I need to leave, my scent has to leave a mark, so that, maybe your children at, I don't know if you have ever experienced this, and maybe you are at school and then someone passes and they just remind you of your mom. Oh, this place smells like home. This place smells like mom. It shouldn't be the scent of fish. It's usually something pleasant. So it is not okay. It's not enough that you are clean, but go on to add on some perfume, wear some deodorant, those body splashes. It helps you feel like, you have everything under control. The other situation that we really have to put under control is our hair. Just because you are at home doesn't mean that your hair should be anyhow. In the recent days, I have had my hair out. So, natural hair, our African hair, at times you have to always keep it in a twist to prevent it from, shrinking. But even in the mornings when I was not going anywhere, I made sure that I took out those twists and combed it every single day, because it helps me look more presentable. All right. Then, for our hair, you have this kind of hair. Right now I'm at home, but the other thing that you can do for practicality is, maybe you can hold it out in a puff, have a hairband, so that you can easily do what you are supposed to do. But if you still have it free like this and you are able to do what you're supposed to do, that is perfectly fine. But we shouldn't have on bonnets the whole day, that from morning to evening. The other important thing to consider is accessorizing. Now, I know this might seem a little too much for me. In my own situation, is the number one thing that I usually have on is the earpins. And I do not just have on the basic earpins that, are just small. I have those small pins that I bought that have a bit of design. So when you meet me at home, it looks like I put in a bit of effort. When I have visitors around, maybe I could add a necklace or, a bracelet, but I don't find the need to wear bracelets unless you have maybe original pieces that do not lose color once they're in water. Then I also always have on my wedding ring. Yeah, this is an accessory. It's an original, so it does not fade even when I use it in water. So consider accessorizing. It's the small things that make you feel like you are also prepared for the day. You can face the day with more calm, with more ease, with more confidence. This starts from you as an individual. Please remember that charity begins at home, and these same things that you do for yourself are the same things that your daughters are picking up. It's the same thing that your sons are also picking up for when they grow up. They'll always use you as a reference. So please, ladies, let us nurture ourselves from within out, within our bodies and then outside our bodies, from within our home to outside our homes. I really hope this video was good enough, and I really hope that you have learned a thing or two as far as how you can dress at home. God bless you and see you in my next video. Bye bye.